Yo, what's going on? How's it going? My name's Heathen Jeff. Welcome to the Soundbox. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a soundbox. Listen, if you want a soundbox, this is exactly what you'll get from watching this video. If you live in an apartment and you need somewhere where you can be super loud and not annoy your roommates or your neighbors too much, this is perfect. I can be very freaking loud in here. My neighbors might still be able to hear me just a little bit, but like, that's if everywhere's quiet. Like, they're not watching TV or anything. It's in the middle of the night and they can just hear me, you know? But like, I'm screaming on the top of my lungs, you know? So it's definitely not like a perfect 5-star soundbox, but it does its job. All in all, this probably cost me about $800, but the important part is it's under $1,000. This video is probably going to be pretty lengthy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin a comment where there's going to be all the time codes of where stuff is in the video. You know, when videos do that, I've seen it before. So if you want to skip the whole intro and just go straight into how I built it, just click on the little timestamp thingy of how I built it and, you know, watch it from there. So for all those that watched my last video, Cameron got extremely busy, so I actually built this with my dad. To be brutally honest, it's a hard effing project. This was hard. If I had a video like this though, it would have been a whole lot easier, man. I really want to give a huge thank you for everybody that supported the stream, because it was a lot of fun. This is an absolute blast. I really didn't pay for this soundbox. You guys did. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. That being said, let's move on into how we built it. I'm going to be doing it in the same order that I built this. So we'll start with the framing and the floor. The framing is extremely basic and easy. Now, if you don't know how to do framing, I'm not going to teach you how to do framing. You just look that up on other videos. Like I'm not very good at teaching how to frame. We got 25 8-foot 2x4s. We measured, cut, put up the 4 walls. The dimensions are 6 feet by 5 feet by 6.5 feet tall. The biggest goal of this project was to have it take downable. So we just got lag bolts. We drilled the bolts about 2 or 3 times per wall. As you can see right here, it's all put together. All we have to do to take it down, just unscrew it, everything comes off. Now the floor was a little more complex. We got 5 2x4s, cut them. We actually had to use 2 sheets of plywood, because once we set it up, I was standing on it and I could hear it like crack a little. So we just got an extra sheet, slapped it on there for safety. If you're doing this, just get like a thicker piece of plywood, because I mean, you're going to be putting quite a bit of weight. I guess if you're not as fat as I am, then, you know, maybe stick with a normal sheet of plywood. I don't freaking know. So this was obnoxious. I just have to get this project was such a pain, I'm not gonna lie. I kept my desk, which is like 500 pounds. What you could do though is you could just go to IKEA, you could drill the desk into the 2x4s and you'd have a nice stable computer desk, but I just have my desk in here and my computer fits right under. We came here, we just set up 2 walls. We had it kind of unorganized for a little bit because we didn't order our insulation. I highly recommend drywalling, ordering your insulation, and then getting it set up. Because the order we did it was, we got the frames in here, we got the drywall on, and then we got the insulation. It was so painful. Now the door was also really easy. We just got like a 6-foot by 28 inches frame with support. We bought hinges and a lock, and we lock it from the inside. We put this little ghetto drywall piece on the top right just because we needed somewhere to drill a little lock. So, I mean, if you want not a ghetto lock, you could plan something out that's a lot better. Maybe you could even put drywall on the inside of the door at least. Honestly, I think that's a pretty good idea because you can take down the door and it won't be super heavy to move. Why don't I do that? And we just drill the hole where the lock will go so that, you know, when we want to open it, you just open it, close it. Pretty simple. The drywalling, we got 7 8x4 sheets and we just drilled it on there. Walls are up, bam, done, easy. The hard part was the floor. We went to our local Goodwill, bought comforters. We just got 2 of them. They're like $8 each. After we installed our rubber cubes. So here's the thing, we needed to lift the floor. The thing about soundproofing is my neighbor below me was probably the person that heard me the most. I talked to him once, he wasn't happy with me. So we needed to raise ourselves off the floor, and I was talking to my brother who does a lot of soundproofing, and he says that rubber is actually one of the best ways to lift yourself off the floor because rubber stops vibrations. It's extremely hard finding a rubber cube on the internet, by the way. Like, that, it just doesn't exist, or it's filthy expensive. Because we needed at least like 25 of them. After like an hour of Googling, we found these rubber blended with cork combination. It's a 2x2x2 cube. We ordered about 24 of them, and we Gorilla Glued them on the bottom, flipped it over. Gorilla Glue works great, by the way. I know that gluing in construction is a major sin, but like, we don't really care what this looks like. If it comes off, you can literally just re-glue it, put it back on. We just need it to be there after we flip it back over. It's very, very heavy though. You definitely need 2 or 3 people to move it and flip it over. After we did that, we just cut our sheets, folded them, stuffed them under the floor, called it good. Move the floor over to the corner. So here's the thing, I'm in a corner and these 2 corners don't have neighbors. Because we needed this thing to be transportable, we didn't put 2 sheets of drywall with insulation because that would be way too heavy. But if you do have neighbors all around you, you might need to buy a little bit more soundproof just to put all over the place. Because I don't have anything on these 2 walls or my roof yet, but I haven't installed all my mass-loaded vinyl yet either. Gonna do that after this video. Doesn't really matter. I can still make this video, and yeah. Anyways, now moving on to the insulation. I guess I already told you how I insulated the floor, but the walls are very easy. All I ordered was moving blankets. You could also just get sound blankets, mass-loaded vinyl, and foam pads. Mass-loaded vinyl is the most expensive by far, but this material was a real gamble. We looked up a bunch of stuff and we decided that was probably our best bet. We really hoped, and I can assure you it is definitely your best bet. It's like a rubber substance and it's crazy heavy. You also have to drill that into the walls. If you want to know more about how to hang up mass-loaded vinyl, just look it up. The moving blankets went in between the walls. The mass-loaded vinyl just went right over that. The foam pads are what I have behind me for my backdrop. I might get some more. It's like 20 bucks. Just put in front of me for more soundproofing. All we did to hang up the moving blankets was we just got a nailed them in. The ceiling, we just got wood. We drilled the screws at an angle into the wood. Very easy. We laid the drywall on top. That's not screwed in. And to take it down, all we have to do is just get a drill, unscrew the wood. We're good. And there you have it. That's the full, complete soundbox. It's really nothing spectacular. It works. It's great. It's not decorated yet. We're gonna paint it probably when we move though. It's just really ugly right now. We'll get used to it. It's fine. Oh, I also put a rug in here. You can really put whatever the frick you want in here. We had to put the desk in before we put the walls up. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Hit me up. I'm on Discord a lot. I'm freaking social AF. Now, if you like this video, please, please, please hit that like, hit that sub, turn on those bell notifications, leave a comment below. I worked freaking hard for this video, man. Freaking hard. And also, like, you know, if you want to, you know, watch this stream sometime, you know, maybe hop in and say what's up to me, you know, and call me cute. Very low self-esteem. I'd like that. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yo, peace out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.